Number 18, Kaya Bevin. And number 20, Maya Sheffield. The Hawks head coach, Alvin Little, and assistant coach, Scott Andrews. And now, for your Chargers, number 1, Cassidy Short. Number 2, Sofia Trujillo. Number 3, Tristan Fitro. Number 5, Jaden Thompson Sheldon. Number 6, Sydney Eustis. Number 7, Madison Haglund. Number 8, Brenna Dunstan. Number 9, Faith Sherman. Number 10, Alana Gomez. Number 11, Ramina Baines. Number 12, Michaela Goshorn. Number 14, Maria Marmolio. Number 15, Courtney Crane. Number 16, Olivia Dahl. Number 17, Maddie Grenbois. Number 18, Gia Fajeras Hernandez. Number 19, Kirsten Crane. Number 21, Kenzie Thompson Sheldon. Number 24, Molly McKinney. Number 25, Caitlin Ladd. And number 30, Kaya Solomon. The Chargers head coach, Sarah Harris, and assistant, John Stewart. The referees for tonight's game are Brian Arms, Josh Benish, and Scott Lawrence. These individuals are registered with the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association. Without the officials, there would not be a game. Please afford them the respect they deserve. At this time, I want to ask you, please all rise, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Just a little bit of technical difficulties. We can just go ahead. Are they? Okay, go ahead and sing it, guys. This is on TV. Great job, girls. Better than the national anthem that we had supposedly going to have.
Welcome to Marysville-Getchell Field. Tonight, the Marysville-Getchell Chargers host Mountlake Terrace Hawks. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tulalip TV. My name is Robert Watson. I'm joined by my co-host tonight, Alex Sharon.
How you doing there, Robert?
Doing pretty good. Tell us a little bit about tonight's game.
Well, both teams are going to be looking for the first wins. Getchell tied Everett, or actually they tied Bellingham in their first game, and Pilchuck was able to beat Mountlake Terrace in theirs. So both teams are going to be fighting hard tonight and really looking to get that first one.
All right, looks like we're about to get underway here shortly. As you mentioned, this Chargers team actually last year in 2018, they went 3-10-2. So they're trying to rebound and have a better year this year. The year prior to that, in 2017, they actually reached the playoffs. So they fell off a little bit. They're trying to get right back on that playoff mentality and get back in it.
Yeah, as you mentioned, they're trying to get off on a good note. One player that's going to be helping the Chargers get their first win today, tribal member Jaden Thompson-Sheldon. She's been injured, so today is her first game back, and the coach said she's really looking forward to seeing how Jaden contributes to the team.
Keep an eye out for her out there. She's actually number 5. Another tribal member injured, unfortunately not able to play tonight. That's number 21, Kenzie Thompson-Sheldon.
They're going to be missing that sibling connection.
Absolutely.
Looks like the Chargers are going to be starting off with the ball this half.
I don't know if this can come off the screen very well, but it's starting to rain here. It was coming down, pouring earlier, not too long. It kind of held off for a bit, but it just started coming down right here during kickoff.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get away with it for a while, but unfortunately it looks like the rain is going to be not too bad. The one thing you do have to look out for when it is raining like this at the high school level is that's going to help the ball. It's going to make the ball bounce in unpredictable ways. So that could help the attackers get in on goal and really confuse the defense. Jaden with the ball right now. She sends it back to relieve some of that pressure.
You know, considering their first game that they played was a 0-0 tie, they're really just looking to get on the board and really get that confidence up. And they might have a shot on goal here.
But it does go out for a corner. It's a good start for the Chargers here. They get an early chance at an attack. I tell you, I was hoping that we would get away with some clear skies, but I'm going to make a prediction. I think that it's going to help the Chargers get a W today.
I'm sure they'd love to hear that.
We get set up for the corner. She sends it in. Gets some good contact on the ball, but couldn't quite direct it toward goal. After the scrum, it looks like the Chargers still have possession for now. We've got it down in the corner.
That's Courtney Crane trying to look for an opening.
Ball goes out of bounds. Still Chargers ball. Chargers really keeping possession here well. As I say that, of course, Mountlake Terrace takes it back. Get a nice clearance here, but the Chargers are able to retain. Number 15, Courtney Crane, really controlling the ball well, and a nice shot on goal forces the keeper to make a save out of bounds for another Getchell corner.
That was a pretty nice shot on goal. I mean, even though it was right towards her, it was really towards the top of the net there.
As the goalkeeper blows a kiss to, I assume, one of her teammates. They play the corner back, cross it in. Plays the ball back to Madison Haglund. Haglund keeps it before playing a square cross.
And she passed it to number 2, Sophia Trujillo. Coach told us keep an eye on her. She's maybe one of their stars who will most likely maybe come up with some goals here. So keep an eye on number 2, Sophia, down there.
Goalkeepers putting the ball back into play. Mountlake Terrace keeps the ball. Oh, and off the back there. And the Chargers have wrestled control back. We get a cross into the box here, see if anyone can contact, and no.
I think they're trying to work it inside to Olivia, but they just weren't able to. Her and Courtney down there. Be number 16, Olivia Dahl, down there also as an attacker.
Chargers keep the ball here again. Courtney with the ball.
Nice movement, finding those passing lanes.
Oh, a nice through ball. Oh, and it goes just wide. Jaden almost had the first goal of the night there.
It's really nice. They're finding those passing lanes and really finding that opening.
And, you know, the coach mentioned this to us earlier, and I said briefly that she was hoping that Jaden was going to be able to help their team get on the board, and she almost does. It's looking like a
maybe a nice little bounce back.
Yeah, good little omen there for the Chargers. Mountlake Terrace has control of the ball. Really their first time controlling the ball, and they're about to get over half field. Through ball, though, might be taken away, and a nice clearance there by the defender.
Still number 8, Tatum Simbulon of the Hawks, doing a good job. Nice footwork there to move them down the field a little.
We got Natalie Collins here for the throw-in. She sends it in. No one could quite get onto that as it goes out for a Hawks corner. Man, the rain is really coming down here now. It wasn't too bad at the start of the game, but you can kind of see it. Oh, yeah, look at that. That rain is intense.
Yeah, it's dumping down. NFL right now, they have a delay due to some Thursday night football themselves for a little bit.
And we got Tatum here to take the corner. Let's see what kind of spin she can put on the ball. Now, it looks like the Hawks are going to be setting up at the top of the box, get a nice run in here. Let's see where she puts it. Far post. Can anyone get onto it? And someone does, but it just goes out for an easy goal kick. Now the Chargers aren't going to have their goalkeeper take the goal kick. It's going to be another player.
And Cassidy Short is actually the goalkeeper for the Chargers tonight. Hasn't really seen any action yet, which I'm not sure she's not going to complain about. Keep that ball on the other end and keep attacking.
The more bored you are as goalkeeper, the better, but can't get too relaxed. You might be hit with a quick counter.
And Cassidy's only a sophomore. Probably going to see a couple more years of her. When we get our next break, actually, we'll discuss this 2017 playoff team, which still has 6 players here from the Chargers on that team. So when we have a break, we'll discuss that.
Faith Sherman getting a little pressure, sends it out to the left back. And Sophia has the ball now. She's looking around, can't find anyone, sends it back to relieve some pressure.
That's Faith handling it.
Oh, and a dangerous ball in, but no one can do anything with it. Mountlake Terrace takes control. Yeah, we got Brenna Dunstan in now for the Chargers, about to take the throw in. She sends it in, and it's promptly taken away. Tatum's really charging down the side.
I think we're going to hear a lot of her name tonight. She got a lot of speed, really good footwork, and you can see here steps in front. Good job by her by overtaking, but it's still just careless ball handling, and I'm sure Coach will mention that to them. Maybe they'll clean that up, especially because they've looked real clean tonight through those passes. Can't get them all, though.
Natalie sends it in. Last time she had a throw-in, they
nice
created
pass.
Something dangerous, and a cross, but it's just a little too far. Goes out for the easy goal kick.
That was a nice little lob kick, though, right over the head of the Chargers defender, just enough to where her player gives her a chance to get a foot on it at least.
Now we'll see as Faith Sherman gets ready to take the goal kick again.
So as we mentioned earlier, 2017 Chargers overcame adversity to earn their first ever trip to the state playoffs. Even with 2 players injured and 1 player quit the team, they still beat Shorecrest to reach the playoffs. It was the first Marysville-Getchell team to go to state in any sport since the school was created in 2010. So that's a lot of pride in that this team carries.
It's a lot of pride, and I'm sure this team has got their sights set on the playoffs themselves. So they are going to want to build on that legacy and really have a good season, and they probably can.
Those 6 players that were in that playoffs was Sophia, Jaden, Madison, Faith, Courtney, and Maddie were all in those playoffs 2 years ago. They were freshmen or sophomores at the time.
As we're talking about that, the ball goes through easily for the goalkeeper to pick it up and send it back into play. It's a high kick on the kick, and it looks like it's a scrum in the middle, but the Chargers are able to take control, but only for a second as the ball goes out of bounds. A little bit too much power on that.
Michaela couldn't track it down before it got out of bounds.
And you know another thing about the rain coming down is it's actually calmed down now. Even though it's not raining currently, it's still going to make this turf slick. It's going to make that ball move a lot faster than it would on normal grass surface or just a dry turf area. The players are really going to have some control over the ball in order to make sure it doesn't go out like that more often.
Let alone you keeping your foothold, but that soccer ball affects itself
right.
A whole different way too as it travels, correct?
Right. As Jaden sends it across that no one can get on it. Yeah, you might see some slippage going on the field today. When you're playing on turf, you need to make sure you've got some turf cleats on, and they're not too common. So a lot of high school players might not have turf cleats. A lot of firm ground grass cleats might slip more often on turf like this. So keep an eye out. You might see some slipping going on, and that might cause some nice action on the attack.
And hopefully, if anything, no injuries resulting as just injuries possibilities go
right.
up with how wet it gets out there. First
right.
and foremost, all these girls stay safe, and then get some scores after that.
And we got a nice battle for the ball here in midfield. Nice little move there from Tatum. She tried to drag the ball back, but her teammate couldn't control it, and Jaden actually took control right back for the Chargers. She passed it back to her defender, and Tatum's on the ball again. Man, she's everywhere on the field right now.
Maddie couldn't get it cleared. It's going to be Hawks ball.
You know, one thing playing on these high school fields, too, with all the different lines, it can get confusing for players out there. You see the football sideline and think
yes.
that the ball's going out of bounds. You can let it just go past you. Realize you've got plenty of room to play. The Chargers try and clear the ball. It doesn't go very far, but it does get out of the box, and they're able to clear it right there. Maddie Gramboy's making sure that the Hawks can't do anything with that attack.
Just blasted out of the stadium.
I did have a coach in high school tell me one time, if you need to take a breather, just kick it as far as you can. We don't have ball boys or ball girls here, so gives you a nice little break. As the ball goes out of bounds for Chargers ball.
Ref prior to the game says, keep an eye out for the one in the blue jersey out there. You don't want to see much of him on the camera. Talking about himself, of course. He didn't want no part of it. Just don't be handing out no red cards. We won't see you, sir.
I know. As Maddie Gramboys tries to clear it there. Can't get too far as the ball stays on this side of the field, but it is Chargers ball. We have 28 minutes left in the half. Just over 10 minutes gone here. We've had some good action, some good shots on goal. Jaden was close to scoring there for the Chargers.
Overall, I like what I've been seeing from the Chargers. I mean, there's no score yet, but I think there's a good possibility they'll be able to make some moves down here.
Yeah, good news so far. Even when the Hawks have had the ball on their side of the field, they haven't been able to do anything once they've gotten in the attacking third. And that's really what you want to see. Even if your opponent has the ball, don't give them any good looks. Don't let them get any good open shots. And so far, so good. The Chargers have had the best opportunities. As Courtney Crane takes control of the ball.
Yeah, Tatum's been doing a great job of just getting the ball down the field. It's just a matter of capitalizing after getting it down here in Chargers territory. And the rain is back.
I think that might be a theme tonight.
Yeah.
And I believe, it's a free kick. Abby Parker for the Hawks sends it in now. As the ball's bouncing around there in the rain.
Good job of clearing it by G.
Nice clearance and great control there by Jaden. She really knows how to keep control of that ball, keep it close to her. Courtney Crane here, looking for Jaden. Can she find her with the through ball just off?
Good job by number 7, Bailey Sonko of the Hawks. Got there just in time. Otherwise, that could have been a great opportunity for this Chargers team.
Oh, yeah, and it was a great run, and it was great vision there by Courtney to be able to see Jaden making that run. Sophia Trujillo right now sending the ball out of bounds, but she was looking for her teammate. There was something there, just didn't quite come off. Jaden with the ball again, nice control again. She's really been able to keep the ball close to her, and that's a key. Here in high school, you don't see too many players that can control the ball like that, and those first touches are really important to keeping possession of the ball. When the ball's coming in hot, you got to be able to keep it close to you so that the defender can't just take it off of you.
Handle it, getting in a position to make your next move with it, as opposed to just still trying to get control of the ball.
Right. Chargers keeping control now, about to throw it in. I believe this is, Sophia Trujillo has control. She's looking in. Couldn't quite get to Courtney. Sophia, though, really active, really making sure she's everywhere on the pitch. A nice cross in here now, but no one can get on it again.
G was trying to find someone down low.
As the Hawks take
nice
control,
defense.
Try to counter, but the Chargers sniff it out. And Jaden, she's got it again, a shot on goal, and the keeper saves it.
That was a great job by Maddie. Good defensive steal there.
Oh, yeah. A lot of times you'll see those sloppy possessions from one team can lead to a quick counter, and that's really when you need to be on the lookout for a goal, is when a team has control of the ball, loses it, and the other team is in a good position to make a quick attack. Maddie Gramboy is clearing the ball again. She's done a great job of getting the ball out of play when she's not in a good position.
Not the most popular move all the time, but it's a smart move, right?
Right. And as a defender, you really need to know when it's time to just get the ball out, get your team collected, and get your shape back. A nice clearance here might make it to Jaden, and it does. She's able to head it over to Courtney. She's got options. She's got the other side, and she can't get the pass off.
Oh, it becomes a challenge.
Oh, but she stays on the ball. She really knows how to win possession back.
I like that challenge. Great job by number 2, Sophia.
Playing it out wide there to her teammate. Madison haggling on the ball now. Madison head up, looking for someone, looking for a teammate as the ball dribbles through, but it's not in a dangerous position. No one's going to be able to get there, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Hawks looking to take control of the game back.
Taking a look at number 11, Abby Parker there.
On the goal kick, she plays it short. The defender had to just clear it quickly before anyone could get onto it. Madison Hagelin looks back to her own defender. Oh, but plays it to a teammate who wasn't paying attention or wasn't looking. Not her fault. And clearance there by the Hawks as they get out of danger, and it goes back to the goalkeeper.
Cassidy's going to clear the ball here.
I think Cassidy's happy just to be able to get a touch on the ball. Every once in a while, it's good to just you know, get your feel for it, get back into the game. Got a high kick now from the goalkeeper, and the Chargers can't keep control of it and goes out for a throw-in.
Natalie Collins to throw the ball in, trying to find Veronica Gomez.
Veronica took it off the back there, but it goes off the Chargers again for another Hawks throw-in. Ball's put into play.
Maddie with a header hits it out of bounds, though.
Really, you hate when that happens, when it goes out for a corner like that, but honestly, best case scenario there. I wouldn't say best case scenario, but a good scenario. You don't want to give the other team a chance to attack. You would much rather them have a corner where you have time to get set, get your defense set, than you not know where your teammates are, not know what your formation is looking like. Corners are good chances to get attacks, but they're not as high of a percentage as a shot from open play.
If you're going to have to defend a shot at all, make it a controlled defend, right?
Right. Chargers once again, or Hawks once again, running from outside of the box. It's a better corner this time. Played in the middle, but no one could get on it. Jaden with the ball now, trying to find someone upfield.
I like how Maddie plays tall. In order for her to clear that with another header, she has height and she uses it.
Right.
Uses it well.
You know, we've been mentioning Jaden a lot, but her sister, Kinsey, she plays for the Chargers too. She's been out recently with an injured hip. They could really use another Sheldon in there, or Thompson Sheldon in there for the attack.
Yeah, she's a freshman, so we're going to see 3 more years of her. We're in part here. Jaden is her senior year.
Yeah, great opportunity to be able, not only play with your sister, but then get that experience that she can use for the future. And the Chargers have taken control of the ball again, but it looks like it might go out for another throw-in. Hawks ball.
Put a little too much on it. Well, plus, as we mentioned, with how wet it is, it's really skirting. It's skating across this grass like ice. It ain't checking up.
Yep. A lot of times in soccer, you're going to want to keep the ball on the ground, keep control, make nice, easy passes. But this rain is making the field so slick, that's not necessarily an easy pass anymore with how hard the ball is going to be coming in to be able to control it and then know what your next move is. You're really going to have good control like we've been seeing from Jaden so far.
That's a great job by Alana there to get in front of it. Nice footwork and Chargers ball still.
Yep. And this is a dangerous area to have a throw-in for. A lot of times on the throw-ins, you might want to look at a ball back to the thrower, because if you go short here, the defender's going to be on the back of the person who's receiving the ball, but the person throwing is going to be open. You don't usually mark that person, so look for a quick pass back. Jaden doesn't like it though. She'll look inside of the field. Chargers
shot,
take control still, and it dribbles through.
I believe that might have been Brenna Dunstan on the shot.
A nice booming kick to midfield. And we're going to keep things going downfield in the air. Chargers throw-in. We have G now on the throw-in. And Sophia takes it, gets it out to the wing.
And when we say G, we're referring to G. Farias Hernandez, a sophomore. Number 18.
And the ball gets into Tatum again. She's everywhere. Hawks retain possession.
See a couple of these players really learning their skills of boxing out the other player. Not something widely seen in, early soccer, high school. Really start to use that more.
Yeah, a good player will really know how to use their body to get in between the defender and the ball. You don't necessarily have to be the fastest player. If you know how to drop your shoulder and kind of keep that defender on your back, you can keep the ball away from them very easily. As we see the Marysville-Getchell roster here, head coach Sarah Harris coaching the Chargers. We've got a lot of players to choose from. That gives the coach a lot of options going forward for how to change her formation, how to change her plan of attack, and how to really get her team in the best position going forward.
It is nice having a good-sized roster. One of those schools that really have a lot of kids involved in the sports, makes it a lot easier for coaches and for the players, maybe getting a little breather when they need one too, as opposed to being out there all night.
As the ball rolls out of bounds for a goal kick. Yeah, the Hawks, on the other hand, they've only got 14 players on the roster, and it sounds like a lot, but when you're playing 11 players, that's leaving you 3 subs. At this level, you're not going to be used to playing 80-minute games, even though you're getting that 10-minute break at halftime. It sounds a lot shorter than it actually is. I can tell you, these players are going to be tired by the end of the night.
Yeah, even if you're used to it, doesn't mean it's comfortable. It means that you're used to being tired.
Right. and that's the thing. Later on in the game, we might see the effects of that. Right now, the Hawks are running hard, but the more tired they get, the less subs they have to relieve them of that of that fatigue, we might see it, and it might be easier for the Chargers just to run in on goal and just run past the defenders. When you're coming out of the game and you immediately have to go right back in without getting a real breather, it's tough. It's tough mentally.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out later in the game. We'll keep an eye on that.
Madison Hagelin keeping control of the ball, gets it up to Sophia. She's looking out wide, and she makes a nice fake pass there in the middle to Jaden, who takes a shot, and the keeper saves it.
That was a great save. Made that move to run up on it, said I'm going to attack.
Wonderful. She went to ground, and she committed to going to the ground to save that ball. We got a scrum now in the middle. Jaden gets the ball back. Let's see if she can do anything more with it this time. Oh, look back to Jaden, but she wasn't ready for it to go on that side, looking inside, not out.
Alana tried to do the little give and go.
Yep.
Little John Stockton, Karl Malone, and
it was a good thought. It just didn't pan out. We see Jaden's shot or chance on goal again, and really that's a tougher shot than it looks. As we see the Hawks roster here. Like I was saying, only 14 players on the roster. They're missing Avery Coleman tonight. The coach said it was his captain. He was really going to miss her. And that might be the case. Right now, Bailey Sonko and Tatum Simbulin are taking the captaincy. And Tatum and Bailey are doing a great job with it, but you never know what having that extra player, that leader, is going to do for your team out there.
Yeah. And with so few players, I mean, Alvin Little, when he gets some victories, must feel really good about it and proud of the girls because they must be a lot more tired than some other teams out there and still come up with some W's. It's impressive.
Right. As the Chargers have control here in the midfield again.
Last year when these two teams faced each other, it was a tie, 1-1. So they're facing off again. Nobody got that victory last time. One of them want to come out on top one of these years against each other. They're very evenly matched in a lot of areas. Chargers tonight are looking better, though. Just a matter of capitalizing to get more shots on goal and see if they can get some of those in at some point. It's getting real wet out here now. It's been coming down for a little while on them.
And you're going back to Jaden's shot that she had earlier. It was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but I don't think a lot of people realize just how hard that is to be able to take that quick touch and, we got some lightning on the field. That might be a little delay for us. Looks like it's going to be. Lightning and thunder in the area. That's going to be a delay in the game. We got players running off the field, refs discussing what's going on. It is really coming down hard, folks. I mean, you can see it there in the lights.
Yeah, you can hear not only some thunder, but I think that's also an airplane. But yeah, that lightning is no joke. Recently, the Huskies football game was delayed for many hours. We're about to get a replay of that lightning shot apparently here in a second. Here we go. We'll bring it to you. Thank you to our replay team.
Oh, look at that.
Good job, guys, up in the booth getting us that.
I tell you, I didn't think that we were going to get too many lightning storms after the one we had a couple weeks ago. That was crazy. And we're already getting more lightning. Not something common in our area, but it's shown its face recently.
You see some of all the fans are making their way out to the vehicles. I think they're going to go sit out in the vehicles and all the players are coming off the field too. I wonder how long of a delay they plan, if it's always preset to maybe 30 minutes after. I don't know, but I believe for college football, it's after the last lightning strike. Is it 20 minutes or 30 minutes?
I believe it's 30 minutes. In most cases that I've heard of, at least, it's been 30 minutes. And I'm going to we'll say that it's that case for our game as well. PA announcer came over the intercom and told the stands to clear out. Don't want to be on those middle bleachers at all.
Yeah, conductors aren't ideal.
Players
we're gonna take a break here. We'll be back with you shortly to give you an update or figure out where we go from here. Be back with you in a moment.
Today's walk was a suicide prevention walk. We named it Warrior Walk because we're warriors. This Warrior Walk was attended by tribal members and family members that have been affected by suicide. The community health partnered with the youth council, and we did this in honor of Prevention Month. And it's important to me because it's affected the tribe and my life personally, and we just did it to strengthen our community and show unity.
Bringing us together so we can walk together in strength and be there to support each other, for the youth, for our community members, for our elders and our kids. And we also wanted to show that having us come together in that unity, that walking together, that we're supported, that you are supported here. And we had all of our departments that work together in collaboration, so they also knew that every single one of these departments and divisions were working together with our community in mind. So then that way when we came together, they could feel that they're loved and supported and welcomed.
So what happened yesterday on the Mauna is they took down their learning space where they had books, where they were teaching their kids, their school, where they kept things, but that's not the point. It's the point that they had to come in and take it down in the way they did. And the first 5 minutes of them coming in, they sawed down the flag in half in front of everybody with no respect. The second flag was taken down in a respectful manner. It's disheartening and it's sickening to me. So what happened yesterday has only amplified the awareness of what's going on and brought more people together to stand united.
Washington right now, and we are standing at the four corners of Woodinville Drive and Bothaway Northeast. I chose this location because it represents the four pillars of our ancestors, and so it is a good place to be, to bring more awareness of what is happening to Mauna Kea.
The rally in Tulalip was an amazing outpouring of love and solidarity. And we wanted to take that love and gratitude and support for one another, and we wanted to bring it to locations where there may not be as strong of an Indigenous representation. So this is an opportunity for us to raise our signs and to stand together and share our songs and prayers and invite people to ask us the questions of why we're out here.
The TMT is going to happen. It's going to happen. Bringing awareness and what is happening to our sacred grounds is important. What we can do is educate ourselves, educate what is happening, so that way we can find a place where we can heal, where we're able to make things right, not just for the generations past, but generations today, for this generation, for this next generation.
It has, I guess, let him open up like a flower. Sorry. He was just really so different from my other kids.
She would stay very close. She wasn't a child to run off You know, we didn't have to worry about Faith wandering.
Around family and friends that she knows, she's not shy at all. Once she started going to school down at Tella, then she didn't really want to interact with other kids or interact with anybody that she didn't know.
He was really like shut down emotionally. And so when he started at Tella, there was a lady named Catherine that works there. I guess I was just fitted with her in a way.
Seems like you might be a little frustrated because you want to be able to sit there. Yeah. I had been in contact with Cheryl probably for about a year prior to us actually starting this therapy here, just trying to work out, could this work? And she was really excited about it and was like, oh, this makes so much sense.
That started because Catherine happened to meet the person who developed reflective network therapy.
It's actually a therapy that Dr. Gilbert Kleiman created some over 50 years ago.
It's been practiced since 1965 with about 1,900 children in 2 continents. Every day that the child is in school, the child has a 20-minute play session.
The idea is to really, each child comes in for their own set of circumstances of what the families are hoping to, to gain, to understand about what's going on with their child.
Sometimes she would go into if she had something going on emotionally, she would just kind of shut down.
On the playground, that child was able to open up just a slight bit to occasionally 1 or 2 other children, but really was very, very, very shut down.
We kept waiting for her to adjust and, just get over it, but she didn't.
So it took some working through that with a therapist in this model and just amongst us all trying to understand what was going on with this child. But after maybe 4 or 5 months, the child really began to progress quite a bit more rapidly.
She's done a 360 actually in her classroom, talking, participating, but it took time. It definitely took time.
Blue. Let's see about that blue one going in.
When I first got him, he seemed different.
That child had been through a number of traumas that were very significant. As a result of these traumas, what happened is that child really had developed a very tentative sense of self, didn't really feel safe to connect with others.
You really need to know that when you connect with someone, when you connect with me, that I'm going to be here.
When he first started, he couldn't talk, and let alone express his feelings. But he can now. I don't like that, or I don't want to go there, I want to stay home.
The type of work that is used in R&T is really what is literally the leading edge of neuroscience, and we're actually putting it into place here in the classroom.
I'm seeing children really emerge, flowering, blossoming.
This is an incredible model. I talk to other colleagues in the field, and they can't believe that we are so lucky that we have it. It's like, you have that in Tulalip? It's like, yeah, we do. So this is for the families here to know, and the parents, that there are many folks in other parts of the country and community that would love to have this type of work there.
She's a completely different kid now. Any kid that may be needing any type of extra help, I would definitely recommend it.
Her graduation last week, we were all like, oh boy, how's this gonna go? But she did awesome. She would have never made that last year. She has done a 360 in growth.
You should at least try it. It's not that hard, and it's worth it.
I think it's helped all of us as a family be able to help Faith more and understand Faith more of what she's going through.
I would recommend it to anybody.
I need to leave, and that's hard. I know you want me to stay, sweetie.
Three, two, one, Legos!
During the school year, we work in the schools and then have after-school tutoring. And then during the summer, we have 6 weeks of summer school. We have consultants come in and teach the kids how to make robots Monday through Wednesday, and then on Thursday, they kind of have a competition.
This week is allowing the kids to experiment and discover aspects of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, that they may have that gift. They may be the next engineer.
This is the sensor and this is like the camera, I guess. So this is, they can see out of this and this.
The middle group they're going the next step. They've been doing the we do, simple stuff. This one, they're actually doing the math, where they're measuring the wheel, they're doing pi, and having to calculate how far do I make my robot move. They're using current news like autonomous cars, so that car needs to stop before it runs into something. And so they'll use sensors. It has a touch, it has a light sensor so it can tell what colors it's seeing, and it has an ultrasonic that it can actually tell what distance the robot is away from an object. And so if it was self-parking, the robot, it could drive up and know there's a wall there and stop before it hit the wall. It's supposed to move forward, then back, and then forward. So if we programmed it right, it's going to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, Lego!
You kind of work with them and then all of a sudden they get it, you know it.
You press the A for it to sit up and roar, and for it to go to sleep, you press B.
We're really focusing on the future. And in the world, this is not just the Tulalips, this is not Washington State, it's not the US. Everywhere in the world, technology is changing everything.
Everything's made of rainbow photons, and even everything, even skin, everything's made of rainbow photons, but only one color comes out. Every color in the world going into one thing like this, like my bandage. But there's only one color coming out of it. Tan.
Look at that.
I know.
See that? What are they doing?
This one.
We're very blessed to be a part of the Tulalip summer camps and stuff. We just really feel honored. And one of the things that I teach all my guys is that you have your own fingerprints. Nobody else has them. You're the only one that can go out and touch something, and you're literally leaving yourself there. And that every single person, I don't care who you are, what your education, if you get in trouble all the time, or if you're super smart, but that you can leave your fingerprint on this world. And that part of this camp, I know the heart of the leadership, their whole heart is to try and draw out those gifts that are inside that only you have. And that's our hope, is that we can draw out that gift, because then you have a purpose, you have a reason to do stuff. Once you find that gift, all of a sudden you can get excited about school because there's a reason for it.
OCFICI. That means thank you. Thank you.
I always participated in the health fair because originally I was the one that started them. I started them because I felt like there was a need for prevention in our community, you know, and I felt like we really needed to try to catch some of the people that don't come to the clinic on a regular basis, you know, so that we can try to see if there's anything going on with them that might give us triggers for health issues.
Number one. And I've worked in the health services field for a very long time. The clinical area of, you know, medical and dental is fairly new to me, and I'm still learning and discovering. But I have a great group of doctors and physicians and nurses and health providers that take care of our people on a daily basis. And it means a lot to me to help serve our people, get them the health and wellness that they deserve.
Well, it's important for elders to get, you know, periodic checks all the time, not not just for health fairs, but for everything. But it's really important for youth to realize at a very young age that it's easy to come in and get checked, you know, for blood pressure, for diabetes, for things that, you know, might trigger something that, you know, might be going on in their body that they don't know about.
How fast will you go? It's good?
Yeah. We have lots of fun here every single year. We're so proud of that we're having this. What we expect is that, you know, we have an opportunity for our community members to come down and join and participate in our annual health fair. We have plenty of booths to provide information in regards to quality of health. And we also have raffle prizes that we give for completion of that. We hope to go off and ensure that everybody has a wonderful time here. I would like to go off and thank Karen Freiberg, our prior administrator at the health clinic, for her idea to put this together. We've been going on for 36 years, and it's been continuing to go on, especially with the team that I have within the health services division. And I'd like to go off and thank Jenny Freiberg for taking the lead in regards to making sure that this happens every single year.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, what is this one?
These ones have arrowheads.
Today we're at the 3rd annual Special Needs Field Day. It's an activities for families to do fun activities where there's not a lot of overstimulation and things that our kids can enjoy. Because when my daughter was a lot younger, we didn't have those things for her.
The origin of the Special Needs Field Day came about when we wanted to really highlight a day just for our students with disabilities. So we thought of a day, what we can do to provide entertainment for the family and for the students, and it's just kind of taken off from there.
My daughter gets very overstimulated in large crowds and can't seem to go to any activities. So this is actually something I can get her to every year. Now that we've created this group, it's been helpful for other families. So they won't have to have those battles I had.
I like it.
It's awesome to see kids that wouldn't normally participate in any activities really get in there and start participating.
I'm hoping that it will continue to grow and that we can help reach out to more families, because I know that the need is there. There's going to be a breakfast social for Backpack Day, so they can get their backpacks early and won't have to stand in the long line. So that's really important. So I hope people can take advantage of that.
We meet once a week, every Tuesday from 11 to 1. The Tulalip Moms.
And welcome back to Tulalip TV. As you can see, we had a delay due to some lightning strikes here tonight, Alex, and there's no players on the field.
Yeah, sometimes Mother Nature does what Mother Nature wants.
That's true. So they have decided to call the game. It just doesn't seem to be safe for the players out here tonight. So they're going to call the game. I'm sure word will be out later if there's going to be a rematch at any time or if they're going to reschedule. But at that time, we don't have that information. Thanks for joining us on Tulalip TV, and we'll catch you next time.
All right.
Martell started taking interest in beauty pageants probably about a year and a half ago. She received an invitation to come and interview for National American Miss.
The first thing I thought of was toddlers and tiaras, thinking there's gonna be so much drama there. So I go there, not any drama, none whatsoever, just so much positivity going around.
This pageantry that she's involved in, National American Miss, it basically focuses on giving young girls the confidence to grow up and pursue whatever dream they have.
This pageant is a stepping stone to something bigger. My career goal is to be an actress. I have a coach who's helping me with what I need to do, facial expressions, posture, eye contact, my walk.
Pageantry is live.